15 points a game, 3 rebounds a game. He has a quiet 6 so far today, but look at that. Five of 5 for McEwen's at the line. 42-28, Milwaukee Tech. And boy, I tell you, Craig was fortunate to get out of that one with a foul as Dillon was triple teamed. But the foul goes on number 20, Ryan Mahalo.
Got to give a lot of credit to Win Parkinson. He's got his kids well prepared, and just when you think that Janesville's going to make a run, they come in with a double trap defense. And as you said, Craig was probably pretty fortunate to get the ball back.
First appearance of the day for 22, Shamari Conley for Tech. He's guarding Dillon right there. Zellmer for 3, short. And almost saved by Zellmer, but no, his foot was on the line. It goes to the Trojans.
One of the things, Jay, too, was hard for a high school team coming in the field house is with the open areas. It's really hard for three-point shooters because of the backgrounds. You're just not used to that in high school.
Into the lineup for Tech, number 4, Will Davis.
Here's Will Davis back in for Milwaukee Tech. McEwen goes to the bench. Now here's Conley. James Powell to Ross. Montrell Ross. Janesville Craig has scored 2 points in this third quarter. Ross inside, looking for the feed. It finally gets to Perrine, but he traveled. They call Perrine for a travel.
One of the tough things for Janesville Craig when you're behind by 12 is to press this team because they're so quick. Win Parkinson said it's the quickest team he's ever had.
Craig is yet to hit a field goal this quarter. Here's Ben Nichols. Nice move there by Meyer. Got it. Eric Meyer with 4 points. We hit the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Still a 12-point Milwaukee Tech lead. Montrell Ross with it, guarded by Ben Nichols. Now Ray Perrine. Meyer's on him. .135 left third quarter.
Milwaukee Tech really doesn't have a center, but they put all 5 guys and they can handle the ball, and they make it very tough on you.
Now James Powell with it. Powell lost it. Davis had it. Stepped on the line. Here comes Brian Dougal back in for Janesville Craig. The Cougars are still down 12, but if they can string a couple of baskets here at the end of the quarter, that'll really help their cause a lot.
Janesville Craig, they need that 3-point shot right now to get them within single figures.
Nichols with a runner. I don't know that that's what he had in mind, but it turned out to be a basket.
It turned out to be a good one.
4 points for Ben Nichols. It's down to a 10-point game. Under a minute left, third quarter. Powell. And Perrine gets it somehow to Davis, but blocked again. Don't bring that in here, says Brian Dougal. He's got a few blocks today.
He averages 3 blocks a game, and I think he's got all of that today.
The block on Will Davis. More substitutions for Janesville Craig. Here comes Chris Dillon, number 12. He replaces Paul Zellmer. Inbound in the lane. Perrine loses it, but gets it back. Now tripped and traveled.
That's one of those really hard calls because there's so many feet in there, and the player feels that he probably got tripped, but at the same time he was walking.
Paul Zellmer of Janesville Craig the leading scorer at 18 points a game, has missed his last 6 field goal attempts. He's not on the floor right now in the final seconds. Beautiful look there to Elliott. Jason Elliott will go to the free throw line.
The Tech foul is on number 44.
Foul is on Ray Perrine, his 3rd.
Now, if they can make these 2 free throws, Jay, they're 8 down. They're going to clamp a press on. Maybe get a steal. They're very much in the basketball game. And when it was 12 and Tech had the ball, it didn't look good.
Dan Brandenburg reports back in for Milwaukee Tech. Kind of a reverse of the situation the first time these teams played, where Craig was in control most of the game, and Tech came on at the end to win it 48-46. That's ancient history now. Ross driving, foul, Janesville Craig, and Ross is on the deck. Looks to be all right. .22, Ben Nichols assessed with the personal foul, his 3rd.
Ben Nichols, his 3rd, the team's 2nd.
They'll send Montrell Ross to the free throw line. Here comes Paul Zellmer back in.
Replacing Nichols.
Maybe Bob Suter wants to get a little confidence back in Zellmer, who's missed his last 6 field goal attempts.
I'm sure he's not going to quit shooting, because you've got to have that shooter mentality, and the shooter mentality is you may miss 5 in a row, but you're going to hit your next 5.
Here's Montrell Ross, 12 points so far today. And Zellmer, who's, takes a lot of shots from outside, is a 57% field goal shooter. So, he gets on a streak, he'll be something. But first, he has to get on the streak. There's Ross. What a marvelous afternoon he's had. And pushes the lead back to 10 for Milwaukee Tech. Now the Trojans apply some pressure. They get it to Zellmer. Double team, but finds Dillon. That's Chris Dillon, number 12. Zellmer, pump fake on Brandenburg. Pull up, miss. That's 7 in a row now for Zellmer. And Tech, can they add to their 10-point lead at the end of the 3rd quarter? James Powell driving, scoring, and a steal, and that ends the quarter. What a great 3rd quarter for Milwaukee Tech. We'll be back with more in a moment, but first a word from our local stations. This is your WIAA network station.
Clarity to control, clarity to control. Clarity to control, broadleaf corn, section 4.
Control to clarity. Engage.
In the war against broadleaf weeds, Clarity has superior crop safety and 0 resistance.
Got him without atrazine.
Clarity to control, red alert, perennial sighted, section 2.
No problem. I register no more broadleaves.
Maintain residual control till crop is grown.
Clarity, advanced technology, a higher standard of broadleaf control.
Are you considering building a new home? Whether it's your first home or that dream home you've been waiting for, make sure you consider the elegance and affordability of brick. Your home is perhaps the largest single investment in your lifetime, and for as little as 6% more than the popular plastics being used today, you can have the best, brick. Invest wisely. Choose brick, a 6% investment with a guaranteed return. For more information, call the Brick Marketing Council of Wisconsin at 1-800-65-BRICK.
What a great 3rd quarter for Milwaukee Tech. They've opened up a 12-point advantage. What'd they do right there, Jerry?
Well, the thing that amazes me about Milwaukee Tech is how well they've been able to get into the lane. And when you get into the lane, or what the coaches like to call the toaster, good things happen. And they were in that lane, and let's face it, Craig just did not shoot very well that 3rd quarter.
So now Tech begins the 4th quarter with the ball and a 12-point lead, 46-34. There's James Powell working on Paul Zellmer. Look at this play. Follow, got it, Davis. I tell you, Tech is one good club. Dillon. Zellmer has it now. P.J. Nielsen to Zellmer. Pulls up for 2. 8 misses in a row for Zellmer. James Powell has it for Milwaukee Tech. And one thing Tech has done too is taken out the big crowd for Craig.
Yes,
they've been pretty
true.
quiet. Brandenburg beating Powell. And a block and a foul. It'll go on Brian Dougal. His third. The WIAA State Tournament is brought to you statewide by the rural insurance companies, providing Wisconsin families and businesses with a full line of insurance needs. The last 2 timeouts, we've seen Bob Suter very animated to his club. But nothing much is happening for him anyway.
No, well, you know, how do you explain it sometimes? I mean, this is a great Janesville Craig team that shoots well from the outside, and yet today they've been extremely cold from the outside. Tech has done everything right, especially get into the lane so many, many times.
James Powell has had a great day from the field. Missed that free throw. But 6 of 8 from the field for James Powell today. I'll tell you, Ross and Powell are quite a combination. And then you have to look at Perrine and McEwen's.
Well, holding Janesville Craig to 34 points and into the 4th quarter, you know you've done the job defensively.
7 minutes left in the game. 49-34 Tech. Zellmer. Nichols. Finding Zellmer. Zellmer tries to pass. Can't get it through. On the floor, it'll stay with Janesville Craig. Zellmer tried to make something happen, but it just snuffed.
Sometimes the harder you try, it just doesn't seem like things go your way. And there you look at Coach Bob Suter, and can't find a finer coach or a finer man than Bob Suter. But today has been a tough afternoon.
Meyer. Dougal retrieves it. Nichols will drive. Double pump. Brandenburg blocked it, and then out of bounds off Janesville Craig. What a play.
As a coach, sometimes it was off his head, you know. I mean, he gets the block and it goes right off his head.
Hey, what a block by Brandenburg. Now Craig applies the pressure, and that forces the travel as McEwen's his steps mix up a little bit.
I know they're 15 down, but that's what's the beauty of the three-point shot. You know, you make a few threes and you make a few steals, and boom, you're right back into the basketball game.
Craig's going to have to start making them in a hurry now. 6:23 left. Nichols hesitates, and that gives Davis a chance to be all over him defensively. Dillon. Elliott. No basket. Foul before the shot.
And if you notice, Jay, when especially Janesville likes to play on the perimeter with their three great guards, every time one of their guards has the ball, it almost seems like there's 6 people out there because there's been a double team on every one of their guards. Tech has just been so quick and have really played well on defense.
Torrey McEwen's had the personal foul, and now he's limping slightly as he goes to the bench. Doesn't appear to be anything serious, but we'll keep an eye on that. Jason Elliott. Rebound Brandenburg, Milwaukee Tech. Janesville Craig has made 14 of 15 free throws, but that's not the story right now. It's 6 minutes left. It's 49-34 Milwaukee Tech. So if they've hit 14 free throws, that's not many field goals today from Craig with 34 points. Now Tech content to play a little clock, get a good shot. Brandenburg guarded by Meyer, and it discontinued. So the turnover goes back to Janesville Craig. Janesville Craig from the field today, they've made 9, they've taken 29.
Normally they shoot extremely well, but it hasn't been their day today.
There's Dillon. Got it for 3.
Maybe that will ignite him, Jake.
There's an old saying, let sleeping dogs lie. 49-37. Now, and Tech has worked so darn hard to build this big advantage, but like you say, you string 2 or 3 threes together. Oh, man, Will Davis.
Basket by Davis.
That takes a little steam out of Craig perhaps again as Davis drives for 2, 51-37. Dillon, who hit that last 3. There's Nichols. Elliott has the entry pass stolen by Davis, but back to Craig. Dillon will try 3. It was bothered a little bit by Powell, and now here comes Tech. 2-on-1. Powell gets the pass and scores.
That was a beautiful pass, Jay, to Powell.
53-37. And Janesville Craig calls timeout. 4:32 left. The 1995 Boys State Basketball Tournament returns after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
My husband Mark and I planned on a lot of things. A nice house, sending our son to college, and a comfortable retirement. We didn't plan on his early death. Mark made a lot of promises.
Don't worry, Mom, I'll study hard.
And you know, he kept those promises.
Protect your family's dreams. See a Farm Bureau agent about life insurance. The Farm Bureau family. Our most important policy is caring.
Menards is featuring big savings on Elger bath faucets. Choose from a wide selection. A double handle faucet is $16.89 after mail-in rebate. This single handle with pop-up is $34.88 after rebate. Get the paint that works hard. Dutch Boy Confident Interior Flat Paint. It cleans easily with soap and water and is guaranteed for 6 years. Now $6.88 a gallon. Menards has your painting needs covered.
Save big money at Menards.
We're down to 4:32 left in this game. Ice cream sounds like a good idea. What do we got today? Mint chocolate chip, little cookie dough. Yeah, looks like mint chocolate chip. Oh.
This kind of weather, they're selling a lot of ice cream.
Field goal percentage by quarters. You take a look. A lot of people are more interested in the ice cream than the field goal percentages. Jill Genter back to action. Zellmer missed another 3 attempt. It goes out of bounds to Janesville Craig.
Sometimes as a coach, Jay, you can't figure it out, but Tech has really stepped it up today.
Dougal finds Meyer. That's going to be way short, and Will Davis gets the air ball. Here's Montrell Ross. And Milwaukee Tech calls timeout. And we'll have more action from the 80th Annual Boys Basketball State Tournament after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Cenex Land O'Lakes and the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA network station.
Want to maximize milk production, reproductive efficiency, and profits? Now there's a lactation feeding program to help you do just that. Maxi Pro 305. It's based on rumen-available protein and rumen-available carbohydrate for optimal rumen functions. It also incorporates a new patented high-bypass protein ingredient, SurePro. The Maxi Pro 305 lactation feeding program. Only at your local Land O'Lakes or Cenex cooperative.
The dairy farmers of Wisconsin are proud of the award-winning cheesemakers of Wisconsin. Year after year, Wisconsin cheeses are named the country's finest. Choose from a wide selection of award-winning varieties and taste why Wisconsin is #1 when it comes to great-tasting cheese. Look for the award-winning Wisconsin cheeses in the dairy section at your favorite grocer and take advantage of this great opportunity to enjoy the pride of Wisconsin, delicious Wisconsin cheese.
Jerry, we just had a timeout. What's Win Parkinson doing?
Well, I think that he wanted to get his gun back in there, McEwen's, and I think you're going to see maybe a little four corner. He's got the big lead, 4 minutes to go, and he wants to take some time off the clock, but they'll still continue to penetrate. One thing you got to worry about, Jay, is if you stop playing.
And it's on the floor, still on the floor. We're going to have a foul. Looks like it's going to go on Tech. number 12, James Powell.
One of the toughest things as a coach is when do you take the air out of the ball? Because you know you've got the whole town saying, don't do it now, don't do it now. But that man right there has done a magnificent job of coaching today, Win Parkinson. He's the dean of the Milwaukee coaches, 27 years.
I was going to say, good job coaching today, man. That's been about 27 years he's been doing some pretty good coaching.
That's true.
Ben Nichols to the free throw line, makes the first. Craig still down 15 with 4:03 left. Nichols knocks the inbound pass away. So Tech will reset with 4:02 left. Long day for Bob Sutter.
Now's the time where you take some chances, and so you could see either some easy layups by Tech or you could see some steals by Janesville Craig. Because you've got to double team the basketball and look for the steals.
Get it in the hands of James Powell, who breaks the timeline against Zellmer. Now McEwen's. Cut off there by Nichols. Near steal Zellmer. But now Powell has it, and he's fouled by Brian Dillon. Some interesting field goal stats. Montrell Ross of Milwaukee Tech is 6 of 9 from the field today. James Powell 7 of 9. So the two of them are 13 of 18. And Paul Zellmer of Janesville Craig, who shoots 57% from the field on the year, 2 of 15, including 2 of 8 from three-point range. Here's Nichols. Double pump. Count it.
That's one of those plays that Mo might switch to the other side. That's the old momentum builder.
There's Dougal fighting hard, and Zellmer zipping the pass to Nichols. And for three, perhaps. It's 53-41.
One thing about Janesville Craig, they can score points quick.
So Ben Nichols goes to the line. He has 8 points today. We'll try and convert on the three-point play with 3:35 left.
Jay, this young man has started every game since he's been a freshman.
Amazing. Tech has still a comfortable lead, but now it's down to 11. And a foul on Craig. Looked like 22, Ben Nichols. Yes, it is.
The Craig foul is on number 22.
His fourth, I believe. Yes, it is.
His fourth. The team's fifth.
Fifth team foul on Janesville Craig. Milwaukee Tech is over the limit, so Janesville Craig shoots the bonus. Craig with but one timeout remaining. Milwaukee Tech has 3 timeouts left. Possession arrow in favor of Janesville Craig. Look out, there's the steal. Chris Dillon comes from behind, and a foul on Milwaukee Tech. Montrell Ross.
And that's one foul Win Parkinson didn't want it to happen because he doesn't want to see this clock stop. Also, Jay, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Craig go on out and foul and make sure that they get Tech into the bonus, because right now they've got a foul to give.
Your friend Mo is trying to make a decision here on which way to go.
It's true.
Here's Chris Dillon. Missed it. Tip. Dougal, no. Back to Dillon. Zellmer double teamed immediately. Beautiful no look to Dougal. Don't go anywhere yet. 3 minutes left. Double team Craig. Dougal gets a hand on it, but saved in by Montrell Ross. Zellmer knocks it loose.
You've got to give it to these Janesville Craigs. They're leaving it all out here on the floor.
And a foul there as Chris Dillon goes up the back of Mahalik.
The Janesville Craig foul is on number 12, Chris Dillon, his first.
6th team foul on Janesville Craig. Boy, the Craig faces were so lifeless there for so long, but now you see their bench is up. A little more spring in their step, and Tech just desperately trying to hang on to that. They still have a 9-point lead. It seems like it should be closer, I guess, but Tech still very much in control of this game. Mahalik finds James Powell. Now here comes a double team. Now a triple team. But Ross has it in the corner. Back out to Powell.
They're going to have to foul, Jay.
Okay, there it is. Brian Dillon with a foul, and they'll go to the free throw line. Well, You mentioned earlier that Milwaukee Tech shoots 57% as a team, so sometimes those numbers can be misleading. We'll see how misleading that is today.
It was interesting when Parkinson said, we only shoot 57%, but he said, when we have to have them, our kids come through and they make them. So this is one of those where I think you kind of like to have them.
Yeah, this is the time right here. Rebound, Dougal. Craig can cut it to 7. Zellmer to Nichols. For 3. Rebound, Dougal. Chris Dillon, 3. Big rebound there for James Powell, Milwaukee Tech, and he's tied up. It goes to Craig.
Well, you can't have anything can't say for lack of effort on this one, because they're really working hard.
Well, the good news is for Tech, that moves the possession arrow, if nothing else. But here's Craig. Steal Mahalik. Big play. Has Ross with him. Drops it and scores.
Mr. Mahalik made a big-time pass that time. Big-time steal, big-time pass.
Nichols has it taken out of his hands by Powell. Now here's Perrine. Player control foul, Ray Perrine. We've seen this a couple of times today.
Mahalik just no look behind him. Shuffle pass and 2 points, and that young man just came up with a very big play.
Minute 40 remaining. 55 Milwaukee Tech, 44 Janesville Craig. The WIAA State Tournament brought to you statewide by Marshfield Clinic. Physician care, medical research, professional and public education, an integrated system of care since 1916. So Milwaukee Tech with an 11-point advantage. 1:40 remaining in regulation. Both teams are in the bonus. Milwaukee Tech now with 2 timeouts remaining. Janesville Craig with 1. The possession arrow in favor of Milwaukee Tech. Turnovers today, dead even. But what you do with them is pretty important too.
Yeah, Milwaukee Tech has been able to convert off those turnovers, and you have to give it to Tech today. Their defense was suffocating. I mean, when the guards of Janesville Craig, that's their heart and soul of their team, and they didn't get very many good looks, Jay, especially the second half.
And we'll see the numbers a little later too, but Tech has done a very good job scoring inside the paint as well.
You know, this is always a tough one for a coach, and your heart goes out to Bob Suter because, and it's not impossible, but a minute 40 to go. It looks like Tech's going to hang on to win this basketball game, and it's always tough. Got a great program, got a lot of great seniors, and your heart goes out to those seniors. And on the other side, you're really happy for Win Parkinson because he knows that he's got another game to play.
Yeah, because you just never know if you'll make it back or when you make it back again. Now, Craig needs some points in a hurry. Can Zellmer finally get off the Schneid? No. Dillon rebound. I tell you, Tech's not, they don't trust Zellmer's going to stay in this slump much longer, I'll tell you. Now Dillon for 3. That one's off, and rebound James Powell. Tech. Look out now. Ross. Reverse scoop. Foul. Oh. I tell you, you just saw 2 guys in that shot. Ross and Powell, 10 and 12, who have had huge afternoons for Milwaukee Tech. He wanted that one. He's going to be on every sportscast tonight.
Goes all the way under and almost made it, but got fouled.
Minute 11 left. Here's Montrell Ross. What a day. Missed the free throw, but 7 of 10 from the field from Montrell Ross. And McEwen's, who averages 15, you hardly know he's here today.
No, he's been. They've done a good job on McEwen's.
There's a follow basket for Will Davis, and that should do it. We're under a minute. Nichols, 3-pointer. 10-point game with under a minute left. Janesville Craig takes its last timeout.
Timeout, Craig.